Your stories heard. This is Undeterred. Live! Podcast streaming on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. Stories heard. This is Undeterred. Undeterred by Ken. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Undeterred by Ken. So for this episode, I would like to create another series to which we will be discussing about the arts. And I want to call this series my acting journal series. Why is that? So I started a new semester in the University of the Philippines Diliman as a theater acting student. Yes! Theater actor yan. Ayun. Anyway, so nagsimula nga yung bagong semestre. So second semester na namin ngayon, academic year 2021 and 2022. And one of my core subjects is Theater 131 or beginning acting. So ano ba yung beginning acting? This journal, we will be talking about the course description, and of course we'll be talking about my professor, my classmates, and what we did during our first synchronous class. At the end of the podcast, we'll be talking about our many realizations or my many realizations about this class. Okay, so let's begin. Let's first talk about Theater 131 or the beginning acting class. So the course description based on the UP course catalog, it says here that we will be discussing about the fundamentals of body movement and voice production. And also another thing is we'll be talking about exercises in relaxation, or we will be experiencing many exercises in relaxation, concentration, and of course improvisation. And as an actor, improvisational skills is one of the skills to express your roles or characters as an actor, right? So this basically, Theater 131 beginning acting is an acting class. So this is one of the core subjects for AAT. This is what we call the major subject. My professor here, ang professor ko dito is si Professor Olive Nieto. So Professor Olive Nieto is an actress. Of course, she is a performance maker. All of the information that I'll be telling you about here, you can find in her website, which is olivenieto.com on her About page, or you can go directly to the DSCTA website, which is www.dscta.cal, that's KAL.upd.edu.ph, and then search for my professor's name, Olivia Nieto, and you will see there her bio note. Okay, so let's talk about Professor Nieto. Professor Nieto is a performance maker and an assistant professor at the UP Diliman Department of Speech, Communication, and Theater Arts. So that's my teacher, and she acts and directs as well at the Cultural Center of the Philippines and the Writer's Block at the Virgin Lab Fest. So diba, bigatin? Uma-act and nagde-direct siya sa CCP, Sentro Pangkultural ng Pilipinas, and kasama rin siya sa writer's block ng Virgin Lab Fest. Virgin Lab Fest, this is an experimental space for writers and actors to collaborate. Ayun, meron din ako mga friends na nag-submit ng mga plays nila sa Virgin Lab Fest. Shout out sa mga friends ko. na nag-submit. And then, of course, yun, yung space na yun is a collaborative space wherein actors and actresses can mingle and talk to each other about their passion, which is theater making. That's a good avenue to exercise your skills as an actor and a director and a playwright as well. So, di ba? Multifaceted yung arts. And now, she is also a current member of the International Federation for Theatre Research, or IFTR, the Australian Drama Studies Association, or ADSA, and the Inter-Asia Cultural Studies Society, and the Magdalena Festival. O, diba? Sobrang high caliber na ng aking professor. Anyway, ano ba yung mga areas of expertise ni Prof. Nieto? So, areas of expertise niya, number one is, of course, theater, chatter, sabi ng iba. And then film, TV acting, embodied dramaturgy and performance. That's another area of expertise. And of course, ito yung parang bagong na-invent na type of performance dahil sa pandemic. Although hindi naman siya dapat ibigay lang sa pandemic, pero dahil marami namang mga innovative theater makers nakapag-deliver na rin ng kanilang mga likha sa performance space na ito, which is yung performance in digital/online platforms. So si Ma'am Nieto, si Prof Nieto is one of the innovators din when it comes to digital performances or online performances in digital platform. And then lastly is yung expertise niya when it comes to contemporary performance. So again, of those details you will see on the DSCTI website or on her website, which is olivenieto.com. Okay? So i-flex ko lang din syempre yung prof ko. Hindi lang siya basta-bastang professor or teacher sa UP. She is also an actress in the Netflix movie which is Patay na si Jesus or Jesus is Dead. That's the introduction. And then, nung nagkaroon na kami ng first synchronous class namin, just this afternoon, so I'm recording this right after class kasi I want to contain my excitement and record it while parang feel ko pa yung hype. Ano ba yung nangyari dun sa class namin? So, ito yung first entry ko sa aming acting journal and I want to relive the moment and I want to record it while I'm still feeling excited and interested really about the class. So, una, nagkaroon kami ng parang short introduction section wherein we are asked for our nicknames. Of course, the track that we're planning in getting or pursuing on our BATA pursuit, if you will call it that. Parang I'm leaning towards the directing and dramaturgy track. So, Ken, bakit magda-directing and dramaturgy ka pero kumuha ka ng acting class? What does it help you with, 'di ba? As a director, kailangan mo ba 'yan? Hindi ka naman mag-aarte-arte, 'di ba? So, that is a very big misconception when it comes to acting. Kasi as a director, you need to have at least basic and advanced level knowledge for you to be able to cater to different types of actors, 'di ba? Kasi ang mga actors, hindi yan sila basta-bastang nag-acting ng pare-parehas ng style, pare-parehas ng caliber. So, you need to have that knowledge as a director for you to be able to cater to their needs and for you to adapt and create that space for them to thrive, 'di ba? As a director, you need to help your characters or your actors to be the best actor for that specific role. So yun, tinanong din sa amin of course yung course expectations, ano ba yung ina-expect namin about the course, and of course marami akong expectations about the course kasi this is something that I know I'm not very knowledgeable about acting. Although I have experiences in acting before, pero I know na hindi siya enough para magkaroon ako ng confidence na to the roof. Kasi I know na kulang pa talaga yung experiences ko when it comes to acting, and this class will help me get there. I want to be in the level of confidence na, ayun, si Ken, he knows how to direct, he knows how to act, he knows both. So, he can be an effective communicator when it comes to his work as a theater practitioner in the future. So, that's another one. So, of course, ang expectation ko lang naman, kasi I read about many type of actings and actors. Of course, yung parang major point of interest ko when it comes to acting is yung mga method actors na tinatawag. 'Di ba? Yung parang sobrang give na give sila, parang they're really leaving the moment or the role or the character. Pag sinabing basurero ka talaga, parang gusto mo talaga experience yung pagiging basurero mo para malaman mo kung how they feel, how you sympathize towards that specific role, di ba? Parang ganun. So what are the limitations? What are the bounds? What are the parameters of being method acting? So that's something that I want to learn in this course. Pero sabi naman ni Prof Nieto sa amin, yes, we will discuss some things about method acting, yung mga basic natin, yung mga Stanislavski, pero hindi siya siguro in thorough details kasi may mga other classes pa that I can take, advanced level classes or acting classes that we can take in our college life in the universities. But again, this class is a great class for your foundations as an actor, lalo na kung ang pipiliin mong track is directing, dramaturgy, and of course performance. Tinanong niya rin kung ano yung mga favorite performance namin, or at least give one favorite performance, recent performance that we watched. And dito ko syempre na-share yung aking napanood recently, last weekend yata, Dubai World Expo 2020, yung performance ng Philippines doon, which is yung Daluyong ng Diwa. Sa totoo lang, inaantok na ako ng mga gabing yon. I think it's almost midnight. Aksidente ko lang yata siya napanood kasi one of the actors in there, one of the dancers, si Sir Josh, is performing there. So nagulat ako, nandun siya. Tapos Sir Joshua rin shared their performance. So magpe-perform na nga daw sila. So shinare niya sa Facebook. And I went there to support. Tapos nakita ko, sabi ko, okay, this is a performance that I really am leaning towards to because ito yung genre na alam ko, yung mga very Filipino yung ano niya, yung type of music niya if I'm going to classify it that way. At saka yung composition, this is something na parang kung titignan mo siya at the get-go, something na talagang pinaghirapan na matagal na ginawa ng composer at sobrang dami ng ginugol na hours just to make sure that everything is perfect. Ganun yung level nung performance at saka nung compositions at saka yung level of production. So natuwa talaga ako, sabi ko, if this is something na matututunan ko as a theater practitioner to do this in a very limited amount of time, in a limited type of space, lalo na 'di ba pandemic, paano sila nag-rehearse sama-sama sa isang space, 'di ba, para mabuo yun, nakakatuwa, nakakamangha. And sabi naman ni Ma'am Nieto, this is something that we will learn as we go along sa aming program, 'di ba? Sa theater arts program. Yun nga, nakakatuwa kasi in the discussion, we also discussed and learned about the different things that an actor needs to be prepared about, 'di ba? In their acting journey. And one of that is an actor needs to know how to take care of themselves. Hindi yung pag-actor ka just for the sake of acting, tatalon ka na sa building or tatalon ka na kung saan-saan. No. You need to take note that all of the things that you do as an actor, of course, reflects your future projects as well. If you don't know how to take care of yourself, parang ibibigay mo na agad lahat to the point na parang medyo risky na for your life, di ba? Parang hindi maganda yon. So, an actor needs to know how to take care of themselves. That's number one. The number two, diba, as a director, ito yung importance kung bakit kami kumukuha ng Theater 131 Beginning Acting, because as a director, we also need to know how to take care of the actor. If a director, diba, parang sabihin ko lang, sige, umiyak ka dyan. Cue, umiyak ka. Hindi pwedeng ganon. You need to know how to trigger the actor, how to properly cue the actor and deliver them to what you envision them to do or how you envisioned the role is portrayed by that actor. So ganon, parang sasakay ka sa isang sasakyan and you will take that actor in a journey. Ang ganda lang. Tapos syempre, one of the important things about this course is we will learn about technical terms, which really I'm looking forward into because yung experience ko before sa school, sa mga competitions, hindi siya enough para makapag-practice ako sa theater industry without knowing and learning about the terms, yung mga specific terms. Right now, wala akong alam pa doon, wala akong knowledge, zero knowledge about technical terms in terms of acting, cues, and such. Wala pa. Gusto ko siyang matutunan dito. And syempre, napakadami kong realizations, di ba? First and foremost, number one is acting is not simple. Hindi lang siya simpleng bagay, 'di ba? Merong theory na yung acting or yung life of an actor is parang ano siya, iceberg. Yung malaking part niya ay nasa ilalim, which is in the self. And then yung nakikita nyo sa labas is a facade. Very little knowledge lang yung nakikita natin compared sa pinagdadaanan talaga na actor sa ilalim in terms of preparation, character work, research, 'di ba? And then paano niya i-develop yung craft niya, yung skills niya, and then how one actor hone his talents or their talents para lang makasabay sa ever-evolving, ever-changing industry. Diba? That's number one. Number two, acting also means working with co-actors, directors, and production staff. Hindi lang siya about yourself. Acting is not just about yourself. Acting means collaboration. Acting means working and continuously communicating with co-actors. If one co-actor, for example, knows better, something that you want to do is to learn from them. What better way to learn from them than to listen to them? And then, if you want to, of course, share, and if you have enough knowledge na parang confident ka rin as an actor to share to others, then you do that by collaborative work and continuous communication, of course, di ba? Ganun lang. And then, sa directors din, ganun din. If the director said, you do this, you do that, and then this is not a collaboration, parang dictatorship ang tawag din, di ba? Pag sinasabi lang sa'yo ng isang mas mataas sa'yo na ito gagawin mo, tapos ikaw sunod ko lang na sunod. No, this is not something in the 21st century siguro na theater making, life of an actor, this is something that is not frowned upon, but this is something that is developing. Yung collaborative work where everyone is equal, the director and the actor is now equal, wherein yung inputs ng actor is as important as a director's input. That is something nice to know that the theater industry right now is on that level na, diba, of respect. And then of course yung production staff, stage managers, for example, stage managers should know how to deal with actors and how to take care of the actors and how to not ruin their tools, which is their mind, their body, and their voice, diba? Parang hindi lang yung actor yung nagta-take care ng sarili niya, kundi pati yung mga katrabaho niya, most possibly yung production staff nasa likod ng production na ginagawa niya. Ayun, nakakatuwa yun. And lastly, acting is about making informed decisions, yung openness to learn and experiment what works and what needs improvement, diba? Or what are the things that we need to improve on and develop. So yun lang, communication siya. Hindi siya yung open communication siya. Hindi siya yung katulad nung dati na pag sinabi ng director, yun na yung masusunod, diba? This time, an actor at least has the power to voice out or express their inputs on a production, diba? Nakakatuwa yun. Yung experimentation part ng theater making this era. Yung pinakatumatak talaga sa akin is yung sinabi naman ni Ma'am Nieto na acting is a journey. Hindi siya katulad ng iniisip natin na pag nabasa mo na siya, na-experience mo na siya lahat, that's it. You will stop there. No. Katulad dito, diba? Si Ma'am Nieto, nakapag-devise siya with Leia Tabukoy na monovlog initially, and then this became an innovation in theater making in terms of using online platforms, digital spaces instead of physical spaces dahil sa pandemic. So that is something that we as an actor really needs to think about in terms of theater making, kasi hindi dapat na-stop yung learning process natin. Dapat patuloy pa rin siya nag-evolve as we go along our journey. Kasi sabi ni Ma'am Nieto rin sa amin kanina, mangangalawang pag hindi mo pinapractice, and mahalata. Talagang alam ng mga nakakasalamuha mo pag when you're faking acting, although acting is basically faking it till you make it, pero ang akin naman, how can you fake something or a story that is meant to tell the truth, diba? To make sure that your acting is believable and you have the power to suspend one's disbelief, diba? If you are not an effective actor, then most probably magkakaroon ng risk dyan, di ba? Number 1 na yung safety risk, and then number 2, syempre, yung hindi ka panipaniwala yung acting mo. Napakadaming pwede pang aralin dito sa course na ito, and I'm really excited and looking forward to learning more about this course as we go along the way. Again, this is just week 1 experience talaga yung gusto ko makuha dito, and that is something important to me as a director in the making. Oh, wow, director in the making. Yan. I will claim it. I want really to become a theater and film director someday. So this is something I will bring with me as a foundation, diba? I will learn as much as I can. Sabi ko nga sa mga professors ko before, sa pagsisimula ng life ko dito sa university, I want this to be more of a learning experience for me. Para lang kung empty sponge, parang bagong sponge na hindi pa nagagamit. So sa umpisa matigas pa yung sponge, pero pag nilublob mo na siya sa tubig, 'di ba? The sponge will absorb everything that was presented to them. So I want to be like a sponge sa aking university experience. I will cut this right now. So this is entry 1, and looking forward to my other entries in the next coming weeks. So most probably this is going to be a 13-week series. So expect this acting journal series to be that long, so 13 weeks siya, and I will try to keep this updated as much as I can. If there is something very special na feeling ko kailangan or talaga namang dapat i-journal aside from the weekly journal, I will do that. Ang napili kong platform is the podcasting platform, because this is something that really is close to my heart. I'm looking forward to sharing all of the things that I will learn in this class. So to all of my listeners and to Professor Nieto, Ma'am Nieto, salamat po sa pagbabahagi ng inyong kaalaman sa akin. Sa first week pa lang, sobra talaga akong nag-enjoy. Sobrang excited po ako na matutunan lahat ng mga kailangan namin matutunan. Maraming salamat po, and outro!
Your stories heard. This is Undeterred. Live! Podcast. streaming on Spotify, Google Podcast, and Apple Podcast. Stories heard. This is Undeterred. Undeterred by Ken.